Hey guys, welcome back. Mynor Ramos here, along with Mike Domico with Advanced Insurance Strategies, and we're covering the 8 banking principles. And today we're going to talk about offset accounts. Now, that may be a term you didn't learn in school. That may be a term. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say this? Your boss isn't telling you about this. Okay. Um, I listen, I kid around, but like the misinformation that's out there, right? The lack of the education is really um it's troublesome. So why offset accounts? So we talked about float and leverage in the last video, and we talked about what banks know how to do. They know exactly how to move the right amount of money at the right amount of time at this, like almost like a clock, like one of those Swiss watches that it's just like this perfect precision, right? That's what happens. Well, sometimes you need instruments to do that. We talked a little bit about how the banks do it, but we in our world, we deal with a lot of different. We call them debt tools. We call them, offset accounts. So some of these could be a home equity line of credit, which you're probably familiar with, a personal line of credit. There's even a commercial line of credit when we deal with private owners or business owners. There's also unsecured lines of credit. Checking and savings accounts is a way to offset that. Just a real quick example. You have a $500 balance on your credit card, and you just put the money that you got paid, right, from your job. You put that into that account. Now you got more than $500, and you just keep using that card for the rest of the expenses for the rest of the month. You just use that as an offset account. Okay. Hope you're writing that down because that's a good one. But then you have some insurance products that can serve as an offset account. Now, Mike D'Amico explained to you before how you can take a mortgage, and you could take, like, the question was, well, do I pay more on my mortgage, or do I pay into this insurance product that gives me the ability to gain a dividend, an interest, like some kind of a gain, and then grow that account. He did a wonderful job of explaining that. Obviously, we're passionate about the insurance products because here's one thing. Did you know? Did you know that banks have more money in insurance products than in any other asset class? Think about and in our webinar, we're gonna dive into that. We're gonna show you all the different banks and how much money they have. You could look it up, how much money they have in these types of insurance accounts. So offset accounts are one way that that people can learn, as a banking principle, how to move money around and make sure that it's working for you. Okay. Mike, any thoughts?
Just the thought that came to mind. I'm not 100% sure if it's pertinent, but we'll see. Up until 1949, Prudential Insurance Company held more mortgages in the United States than all the banks put together.
Say that one more time.
Until 1949, Prudential Insurance Company held more mortgages in the United States than all the banks put together.
Huh.
Because and I know you're a mortgage broker yourself background, but when you would make a mortgage, the banks would sell it off. Insurance companies are one of the people that buy those mortgages. And up until 1949, Prudential owned more than all the banks put together in the country.
Yeah. Well, it's pertinent. Just this week, I want to say it was yesterday, there was an announcement that a Mutual of Omaha, which is an insurance company,
Right.
bought out the
Right.
rights to Keller Mortgage.
Yep.
Oh, that's interesting. So, all of this is developing, and but of course, I mean, the reason why we mentioned that, there's a strong correlation between banking and insurance. Um,
Yes.
and it's just a way that the cookie crumbles, I guess. And if the more you understand these principles now, offset accounts or an OA, Now that should be in your DNA, in your talking. When anytime you talk about financial concepts, you should know what that is. So again, whether you're an insurance agent, you just got your license, you don't know what we're talking about, you want some education, we'll have a webinar where we go and we dive a little deeper into this. And there will be information, links in the description. So look out for those, and look out for a few more videos that we have covering the 8 banking principles. Until next time, guys.
Thank you, Mynor.